here's an example of a chatbot that caused some problems. So this is a real story, came out about a few years ago now, a couple of years ago, with Air Canada. So Air Canada, like many other large organizations, has a chatbot on its website. So you can go to the website and you can ask, a chatbot pops up and says, can I help you with anything? So the story was that there was a guy in Canada who had to travel to another province. So he was taking a flight on Air Canada, and it was actually for a bereavement. He was going for a funeral, and he knew that Air Canada offers bereavement fares as on compassionate grounds, and he knew that he could get a fare at a discount. So he went to the Air Canada chatbot a website, and the chatbot came up, and he asked about bereavement fares and whether he could qualify. And the chatbot said, "Yep, absolutely you can. All you do is buy your ticket, and then when you get back, apply for this bereavement discount or refund, so he'd get part of his fare refunded." So he did that, but when he came back and he tried to apply for that, Air Canada said to him, "No, that's not the way it works. You have to actually apply for that before you start your journey." And he said that's not what the chatbot said, and he had taken screenshots of the chatbot responses, and Air Canada said, "No, doesn't matter what the chatbot said. This is a very clear policy on our website." So he actually sued them, or he took them to a mediation tribunal, because Air Canada said, "No, we're not going to do that because the website is what he should have gone to." And the tribunal fairly reasonably said, well, you have a chatbot. How was he supposed to know that the website would be different from the chatbot, and he had to check? And so Air Canada's defense was the chatbot is a completely different entity from us. And so if anyone's to blame, you need to sue the chatbot to get your money back. Now, it's a ridiculous situation. And the good news is the tribunal ruled in his favor. So he got his discount. I mean, I think most people here would say, if you're talking about customer experience, they should have just given him the discount anyway, right? Rather than going through this whole dispute and making international news headlines. But this is an issue that happened because Air Canada created a chatbot to help their customers, but it also opened them to risk because the chatbot was giving advice that wasn't necessarily the correct advice. So as we go through, I'm going to give you some examples of AI being used well, but also some cautionary tales about things that you need to think about when you start implementing it.